Hey guys, this is Dr. Hub. Today we'll look at the divisions. The division of the developing brain. So to begin with, let's have a rough diagram. So in the encephalon, there is a proencephalon, there is a mesencephalon as well as a rhombencephalon. So let's draw it. Proencephalon, mesencephalon as well as the rhombencephalon. So mesencephalon is nothing but it is the midbrain. Then the proencephalon is nothing but it is the forebrain. Then comes the rhombencephalon. The rhombencephalon is nothing but the hindbrain. So these are the structures, and on the other hand, looking at the other divisions, there will be the telencephalon. So it's going to be the telencephalon. Then comes the diencephalon. Then in the hindbrain it is the metencephalon as well as the myelencephalon. So the bottom one is going to be nothing but the spinal cord. Now the divisions, the forebrain vesicles. So the divisions of the developing brain, there is a category that is a forebrain vesicle. So the forebrain vesicle is the proencephalon, and here what are the divisions? The division, we have the telencephalon. There is telen. There is telencephalon. So what are the components of the telencephalon? It includes the cerebral cortex. So there is the cerebral cortex. Then comes the subcortical white matter. Subcortical white matter. Then comes the presence of the amygdala. There is amygdala. Then there is also presence of the basal ganglia. Next is the presence of the hippocampus. Then there is also the presence of the olfactory bulb and tract. Olfactory, there is bulb as well as presence of the olfactory tract. Next comes the presence of the cavities. So what are the cavities? The cavities, it includes the lateral ventricles. There is a presence of the lateral ventricles. So this was all under the telencephalon. Next we'll move on to the diencephalon. So under the diencephalon, what do we have? So under diencephalon, there is presence of the thalamus. So there is thalamus. Next, there is also presence of the hypothalamus. And there is also epithalamus. Subthalamus. So all the thalamus comes here. And there is the optic nerve and retina. There is optic nerve and the retina also present. So then there are some cavities. So what are the cavities? The cavity is nothing but the presence of the third ventricle. So next there is a midbrain. The midbrain, it includes, the midbrain is the mesencephalon. So under the midbrain mesencephalon, there is the presence of the midbrain and the cavities. Then comes the cavities. So under the cavities, there is presence of the cerebral aqueduct. Next is the hindbrain vesicle. The hindbrain vesicle. So under the hindbrain vesicle or the rhomboencephalon. So under the hindbrain or the rhomboencephalon, there is a metencephalon. There is metencephalon. So under the metencephalon, there is a pons and the cerebellum. There is pons as well as presence of the cerebellum. And so we saw the metencephalon. Next comes the myelencephalon. Next comes the myelencephalon. So under myelencephalon, there is the medulla oblongata. And there is a common cavity, that is a fourth ventricle.